May we rise and observe a moment of silence.
The Speaker of Parliament last evening directed the Minister of Works and Transport, Uganda National Roads Authority and Uganda Police Force to ensure stationary vehicles are removed from the roadside. It came after a spate of road crashes involving stationary trucks in which lives including of prominent businessman Apollo Nyegamehe, commonly known as Aponye, and former Member of Parliament for Erut North, Charles Angiro Gutmoy, were lost. A driver for Link Bus Services, identified as Dauda Kawua, also died under similar circumstances last evening.
I am ordering the Minister of Works, UNRA, Police, to have all the cars parked on the roadsides taken to the police stations.
Traffic Police spokesperson Michael Kananura says drivers on highways must be vigilant at all times and observe the speed limits to avoid such accidents.
Especially when they are driving at night, because the visibility is always poor.
He says ensuring road safety is the responsibility of all stakeholders and not just the police or Ministry of Works.
We also encourage members of the communities and the public and other road users to always inform police in case of these broken down vehicles, because most of the drivers abandon them and leave them and go away.
Uganda National Roads Authority says, according to the Traffic and Road Safety Act 2019, no vehicle should be abandoned on a carriageway, and it gives specific timelines within which to remove them.
According to the law, in the urban areas, it is expected that all stationary vehicles shall be removed within 2 hours. And in the rural areas, they're supposed to be removed within 6 hours.
The Traffic Police and UNRA note that car owners have the responsibility to put reflectors on the roads behind and ahead of their vehicles when they get stuck.
They are supposed, immediately those vehicles are broken down on those roads, they are supposed to put those reflectors on both sides of the vehicles, that is behind and in front.
It is expected that all drivers, whether trucks or small vehicles, they're supposed to have reflector triangles which can be used should your vehicle break down.
But what became of the enforcement of the reflectors for all vehicles?
As much as we are doing the enforcement, we are also working on the sensitization. You cannot believe a reflector is much more cheaper than, I think, even the express penalty. So why not people buy these reflectors and have them in their vehicles?
UNRA and the police have admitted that there have been gaps in enforcing the law.
There has been a bit of a gap in between the three parties working together to ensure that all these laws and regulations are complied with by all road users, but also in terms of enforcement.
Beyond strengthening collaboration between police and the Ministry of Works and Transport, the Uganda National Roads Authority says they are also considering incorporating the private sector to address the challenge of stationary vehicles on the road.
And we are looking at all these trunk roads to have an arrangement where the private sector can be on call to remove these vehicles immediately at the cost of whoever owns the vehicle. And we've drafted a memorandum of understanding that will be used as a framework for us to work with the private sector. Once this is accepted and approved by the Attorney General, we should be able to get going with the private sector as our partners in this exercise.
The stakeholders are set to meet the Speaker of Parliament tomorrow to discuss modalities for strengthening road safety. Benjamin Jumbe, NTV.